Hey gang, it's been a minute since I've done a vlog, and well, obviously it's been a couple of weeks since I streamed, other than the birthday thing. Because reasons, family, whatever. Having my daughter, my grandkids here, led me down a path, and my birthday led me down a path of reflecting on my parents. Which, what does this have to do with content creation? We're getting it. I did not have examples of drive or ambition in my life. My father settled into one particular space and never left it. He basically started doing a thing and just did it until he's now retired. And he became very good at what it was that he did, but he never did anything else after that. It just became his thing, and that was it. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it just was a thing. And I think that might be a generational thing, I'm not sure. My mother could not stick to anything, even if you stapled her to it. She has gone through many reincarnations of herself, reinventing herself, gone to many different courses, got several diplomas and degrees, and switches things from, she was a figure skater when she was young, she was a gymnastics coach, art therapist. Now she's riding horses, and I think she's still doing the art therapy thing. I can't keep track of all the things that my mother has taken and done. Motorcycle mechanic, these. Either way, she's never really stuck to anything. That's partly ADHD and partly just because that's the way it is. My grandparents never really had that much of an influence on myself in later life when I was a kid, but fortunately, most of them have all passed. And the ones left, I don't really have the greatest relationship with because, whatever. Either way, my point. And my stepfather was a non-entity, so let's just move on from there. I did not have great examples of drive and ambition, so I struggle with motivating myself to do things. I, too, drifted from thing to thing. Never really settled in any one particular job or space other than, doing the game journalism thing, writing, reviewing games, covering the news and all that stuff that I've been inconsistently consistent with for the last 15 years, whatever. And now streaming for the last 2, which still inconsistent but consistent. And now with this YouTube drive and everything else. The only person who can motivate me to do anything is, well, myself, and of course my wife. Jess has been amazing. And the kids, to an extent, because they, recognize that this is something I'm apparently good at, or supposedly good at, and I should keep doing it. And I enjoy it, so. Anyway. Too many of us, especially in my generation, Generation X, we were left to our own devices. And, we were the latchkey kids who basically got home from school and took care of ourselves. We ate, our cheese and watched cartoons until somebody came home to feed us because we weren't allowed to operate the oven because we were home alone and we were, under the age of 13, 14. So, I did not have great examples of setting goals and meeting those goals, or having great ambitions to become a thing or to do a thing. Whether it's to go to university and become a scientist, or, do anything loftier than just survive. So this whole content creation thing has been my push to do something that I wanted to do. And it has been a struggle to maintain my motivation to keep doing it. Not because I find it difficult or because I'm not seeing the success I would like, which it's a long process, and I never expected instant results, and I didn't expect the results that I've had so far. I've gotten further in the last 2 years than I ever expected. It's because I don't know what motivated individuals looked like for most of my life. Now, my friends that I've surrounded myself with over the years, like Daigoji, Matt, several of my content creator friends, they have gone above and beyond their origins and are making big moves. They're motivated, skilled individuals, which I often feel like I'm kind of there. And that's, that's mostly imposter syndrome. But it's still also, I recognize now what motivation, what having ambition and drive to do things look like. I just have trouble translating that into my own work and my own plans and how I proceed to push myself forward. Yeah. Words. So, the point of all this is content creation, whether it's streaming, making YouTube videos, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it happens to be, even writing, is a study in self-motivation and self-ambition to drive yourself to keep creating and to put in the work, to make the videos, to do the live streams, to, even record and edit the TikToks and, or edit your own writing and write your stories, your reviews, whatever it happens to be. You have to be a self-starter. You have to be self-motivating. And learning to do that now in my 40s is incredibly hard, but incredibly rewarding. And just doing these vlogs is part of how I hold myself accountable, because a lot of it's just my thoughts and, interacting with you guys and telling you what I'm thinking, where I'm sitting at. Where I'm sitting at now, after a almost 2.5 week break, is I'm now more motivated to get back to work than I've ever been. And I can't wait to start streaming again in probably the next week and making more YouTube content and all those things. And I have to let go of that preconception of, yes, my parents never really, my mother accomplished a lot of things, but never went any further with them. She never, motivated herself beyond the initial goal. She just dropped it and moved on to a new initial goal. And my father never went further than he's been. And he's content with that. And there's no judgment on me. But I want to do more. And be more and achieve more. And I want my kids to do that. My grandkids to do that. I want to be able to show them that you can push beyond where you've been to get where you want to be. And I want to set this marker where I'm going to work harder, push further, and have the ambition to go even deeper into content creation and building this thing that we've been building. And I hope you all enjoy the content that's coming next, whether it's the podcasts or the games, the reviews, the playthroughs, or more vlogs, whatever it happens to be, whatever segment of the content I make you enjoy. Thank you. Thank you for listening to this video. It's about finding ambition. I am ambitious, and I have things I want to do. I hope you all come with me. The only other thing I want to add on the tail end of this is all this month, September, we're raising money for Charity Water to send or to help provide, I'm not sure how to put it. It's to help ensure that 10,000 people in Zimbabwe get clean water. We'll be doing that all this month. The link's in the description, along with all the other usual nonsense. Thank you. I'll see you guys around the channels, on the social media, wherever it happens to be. I love you. Be good to each other.